everybody, welcome back to another episode of Full Blast Garage. And on this one, we're taking our one of one 1970 Dodge Challenger rear tiny window delete, 1950s handicap blinker switch, and we're gonna take it to Maaco and get the best paint job. But at least we'll probably put it on full blast. Make sure you do it on full blast. All right, we are putting a Maaco paint job on this 70 Challenger. And this car, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not the worst Challenger I've ever seen. So, does it deserve a $20,000 paint job? No, this thing's got a long ways to go before it would ever be worth doing anything like that to it. But let's just get it out of primer. Let's get it all one color, and I think that'll kind of encourage me, push me across the finish line to get all the little bitty things like the entire wiring harness of the car, everything like that, to start working on it. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna sit and drive it around in primer and never touch this car. But maybe if it looks really good, I want to put forth the effort to kind of get the car right, or at least closer to 100% right. But let's walk around this thing and just kind of take it in before we get to paint. And I'm not 100% sure how much the Maaco people want to be on camera, or even if they've agreed to it at all. Nobody ever called me back, but that's not like abnormal. I mean, these folks are working, they got a job going, and they're probably got 50 cars coming in each day to get looked at. But not a ton of body work, just some little rust bleed through here or there, no big dents or anything. Roof's black, rest of the car's white. Got the poor man's vinyl top going. I think one side in the front here, we got just a little bit of crunchage. So this is gonna need to be pulled, straightened, I don't know. But there's a whole lot of Bondo, maybe even some fiberglass in here. But the rest of the car, not bad. Just needs to be churched up a little. All right, well, let's hit this windshield with some RainX, because I ain't got any windshield wipers because I removed all the trim. And I checked the oil, put a quart in, totally normal. And we'll hit the road, see how this thing does going 70 in the fog with barely any headlights. Well, wish me luck, folks. It's an hour drive in the fog in Houston to get there. So, and we're leaving early. We're gonna hopefully be first in line for the quote, them to look the car over. So I'm sure they'll love looking at a 1970 Challenger first thing in the morning. All right, well, we'll update as the trip goes if we need to. But I think this thing should make it no problem. I've driven it around a little bit, but never anywhere on a trip this far. It's about 60 miles. So wish me luck, folks. Oh, we got an opening on the freeway. We better, oh God. Carburetor wanted to die out. Might need to look at accelerator pump, but we're going. She's trying. Had it in second. Trip starting off great. Getting blocked out pretty soon. Can y'all believe letting Maaco paint my one of one special edition window delete 318 Challenger that I paid $13,000 for. She's a complete runner driver, and I think I kind of got a steal of a deal on it. She's just about there. All right, it's been a few days since primer and we're done, but the car's been sitting in the shop. She's a little dusty, but let's go ahead and unveil what $4,000 at a Maaco will get you at your one of one. Just in time for the train to start moving. Here she is, all Plum Crazy Purple. And man, let's do a walk around because I'm pretty happy with the work that was done on the car, and we need to put some trim on it, some bumpers, wash this thing, and do a real, 360. Take it in, wash the blue off the tires, make this thing kind of in its final form. All right, well, walking up on the car, it's kind of not super easy to tell until you get real close, but she's a pretty heavy metallic, and I like it. Really looks good in the sun. So again, I didn't tell these guys to do a ton of body work to the car. There will be imperfections that is not necessarily their fault, but man, for the most part, she's good. So like the car had the quarters like blended to the valance, and I told them, just let's paint it for now. I'll come back and we're gonna figure out if we want to do the same thing he did and like flow it, or we just body work it and do a seam. Just want to get the thing fit up and look at it. It's not perfect right now, but it's way down there, and you kind of got to bend down to look at it, and I really don't care right now. I just wanted it all one color to kind of, encourage me to, let's finish this car or get it at least to a point where I want to drive it. I mean, it's registered, it's insured, and let's put it on the road. And that's my only goal for this car, make it a driver. And you guys can see the roof. The roof turned out awesome. This thing used to have a big hole for a sunroof. It accordioned on the front and was getting that way on the back from rust. Old vinyl top car. And we have special edition window delete package. We got a full window. The car is dusty, we'll have to wash it. And I want to do a real light hand washing. We need to put our trim around our hood pins and our poverty caps on, our bumpers. We've got all the windshield trim, front and rear. I mean, the car is not perfect, but I mean, for what I asked for, what I paid, and it's super smooth. I mean, I don't know. I think This was $4,000 well spent. I mean, if I was, you know, if I had a 426 or a 446 pack car, or something like that, you do those cars right. This is a 318 automatic, nothing special, but it was rust free and complete. And I think this is a good job of, you know, putting a car like this back on the road, making it highly presentable now. Let's pull it in the shop, start throwing some trim at it, get it complete. And I'm still waiting on UPS to show up with my bumper bolts. So the bumpers came in a package with bolts that were too big. So they sent 7/16 bolts, and the bumpers and the brackets and everything are set up for 3/8. So oversight on their part. But I got everything ordered and hopefully it's here soon. All right, so I already got the bottom chrome piece that goes all the way across. It kind of covers up the windshield wiper area. You have to do that first, and then these edge ones, they slide on, and you just kind of have to slide them on enough to get your hole lined up. Might have to grab a longer screw. There's a chance. Yeah, this one ain't gonna be long enough. Yes, I am self-tappering in these trim pieces. I think it was almost a self-tapper to begin with from Dodge. So they were doing me some favors. And I'm just gonna get this guy started on each side, where I can still articulate it a little bit, because your other trim slides down on top of this. You want to be able to manipulate it just a little. So I'm gonna get the passenger side on, then we'll start working on the big pieces. All right, getting the driver's side fitted here, and she's pretty tight. So I'm gonna kind of use some assistance here and try not to break the window that's brand new. But some of these clips are just a little fickle. So if you're doing this job, expect to be messing with this stuff too. You're just gonna kind of have to work it. You'll hear a pretty good engaged sound where it clicks in. You definitely want these guys to be tight to the glass. And this guy, I think we need to get a little bit of a screwdriver under it, pry it. I think it's sucked up too tight to the roof line, and the trim can't engage it. But again, just be very methodical right now, because you have a finished car, you got a good windshield. Don't mess either of those things up. In most cases, palm strike is enough. But this one is tweaked a little, and we're not getting engagement. The trim, you can see it wants to stick up. There's a bend somewhere in here. We probably could have worked out if I'd have seen it, but I don't remember any of this trim being bent prior to taking it off. There we go. That's the sound you're looking for. All right, one side down. All right, now let's try this trim piece, and I'd say it's not as good a shape as the other piece, if that's possible. There we go. Got that slid over. I'm just trying to lightly place everything where it needs to go right now. Again, you got this side one you got to contend with here. All while not scratching paint. That's the end goal. Might have to loosen this guy up just a hair. Yeah, that helped quite a bit. So now, you kind of need to place this guy close to where it needs to be, because you got some slipping and sliding action going on here. You need to pull it to you, so you got your channel pretty straight, and this trim is not straight. But you at least want to get it looking like it's meant for this car, at least. That'd be nice. I mean, I think where is there's gonna be on this car. Man, that's some positive engagement. I'm just working this guy down into the channel. Don't go so crazy that you break your glass. And this piece probably gonna be a little bit challenging. I might get a rubber mallet and just kind of do some tapping. So this guy's all bent up. Definitely got her mashed in. Took a tiny bit of paint here and here. I mean, that's a tiny little touch up. I'll take that for as bent up and nasty as this trim is, that it went on that easy. I'm not gonna complain. All right, so 2 tiny little spots. We can live with that. She's got windshield trim. For better or worse, she's locked in. And I see why this last guy siliconed the snot out of it. It doesn't fit perfectly against the glass here. So you might get some wind noise out of this. I don't know. But I mean, it's definitely snapped in tight. But he had this entire windshield siliconed, the trim to the windshield. So I know for a fact it's not gonna leak, because we got all the urethane on it. She ain't ever gonna leak, but it might have some whistling. I guess we'll see. I think while I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and attach our trim plate here to our hood pins. It's gonna center punch our screw holes, drill those guys out. Then we'll actually have some paint protection. These hood pins already chipped each side. All right, I can see them, and it's a tiny little bit. Very small. We'll drill this guy out. Shouldn't take too much. Attach this guy and we'll be, at least the hood will be done. That's nice. That's as easy as it is. Just punch and drill a hole in your brand new paint job. I'm gonna do this 3 more times and then we'll start attaching it. All right, 4 screws in. Insert the pin. We've got hood down. The hinges on this guy are pretty loose, so you got to push her down if you want it to really go down. So you can hear those springs, not in great shape, but had to scuff it a little bit here because the screw was stripping, but we turn the old locking pin over like that, you ain't ever gonna see it. She's fine. 1 more, and then we can move on. All right, so I think I'm gonna start over here in the corner, and we're just gonna have to see where she takes us. All right, just kind of got her eyeball lined up. If we have to, whew, this trim is kind of slidable. Whew, she's tight. Wow. Kind of want to get it in the general area it needs to go. Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to be immediately having to pull these guys back off because, good Lord, there's some tension on them. Wow. I should have bought a crappier set in hindsight because this trim is way nicer than what's on the front of the car. But you can't really look at the front and the back at the same time. That's kind of my thinking. So maybe we'll be all right. Get in there. Oh. Whew. If you don't have exceptional finger strength, you might want to rethink this job. Wow. All right. I don't know if y'all watched the episode or not, but I installed all these trim clips because the old ones were gone. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shocked that they're all kind of working and everything's kind of getting along with each other. And I might have spoke too soon. No, I think I got it. Come on. Trying to articulate this so the trim doesn't want to dig into the paint when it clips in.
Get that.
I'm not talking to you. Could be a little challenging. Smart person would probably tape off all that. But we're not gonna do that. Felt like that clip just needed to be loosened up just a hair. Whew, this guy's gonna be tight. All right, let me troubleshoot this for a little bit. Well, she's on there. There's some high spots on each corner. I don't think it was like that from the factory, but that's as good as I could get them. And boy, what a wrestling match I've been in. I definitely got more stuff that I'm gonna have to touch up just from how tight this is up against the glass and the car. I got a feeling this was aftermarket sold as NOS, but go ahead and polish her up. And what else do we do before we avoid putting the bumpers on? Guess I could throw a hubcap on. Why not? All right, hopefully these guys just, yeah, karate chopped them right on. Whoo! The old poverty caps for the win. Go ahead and knock the other three on. Then I guess we're putting bumpers on. Jeez. All right, down here getting the last bolt started. And again, this side of the car's got a little bit of body damage, old body damage, so bumper, fender, everything kind of fits, you know, just the way it fits. Not entirely concerned about it. Oh, gonna have to put the good gulf. Oh, lost my washer. All right. Got everything started by hand all the way across. Let's go ahead and tighten her down, wipe her down. We'll move on to the back. Caps on. Back bumper. The little, I don't even know what they are. They're like trim chrome things that go and bolt on the back. They're on. We got holes for exhaust, and I do have the tips. I'm gonna go get those guys put on. So I'm gonna drive up to the house, get the soap and water, wash this thing down, and we're gonna look at it out in the sunlight, because that's gonna be a whole big difference versus in this old dusty shop. But she looks good. Everything's on. And I only got to touch up like 8 areas, but they're small. Don't worry about it. here we are after the wash. Tried to keep it as dust-free from the house back to my Facebook Marketplace location. Even though this isn't going, it's just a good spot to park. But let's go ahead and do a little 360 and take this $4,000 paint job in. So she's definitely not perfect, but for this car, what it is, and there's, man, you can see some water spots. God, I wiped and wiped. I think our water's so soft it doesn't want to break down the car wash soap, but the car is almost a different color from side to side. It's kind of amazing. It gets like a real deep, dark looking blue or a dark purple. And when it's in the sun, she's bright purple. You guys gotta remember too, this was vinyl top car, everything's been filled, new roof, all the holes back here on this drip rail thing been filled. I mean, even to get here, this car had a lot of work done to it. And as far as paint goes, I'm pretty happy. There's like a couple tiny spots, maybe like a little bit of, I don't know. It was like a crackling ripple looking thing, but that could have been on the hood because I told these guys not to do a ton of body work to it. I didn't want a giant bill, especially like when you're paying for Maaco. You don't need to have them spending 40 hours on body work too. But I mean, the paint is passable. Eventually I'm going to go back and get all the valance and the rear quarters here cleaned up. They don't look great, and I didn't tell them to mess with it. So that's not on them, that's on me. I wanted to just get the car done, see if I like it anymore, because I don't want to spend a whole lot more money on a car if I'm not going to keep it. And again, this, you can kind of see over here, she needs to be cleaned up. The last owner just mudded and glassed everything into the valances. And it did not turn out well, like most of the stuff that he did and attempted on this car. The guy was such a nice guy. I feel sorry for him, but the sunroof, all the wiring and switches in the car, like, he had good intentions. He wanted to keep the car going, keep it on the road. But new bumper, we got our license plates on. I did reinstall the wipers. So she's done on the outside. This is it. I'm gonna touch up a few of the little scratches I did, putting trim on, you know, just pushing it down into those just trim rail things, like the valley where it sits. I mean, you're gonna get some scratches. These cars have hidden wipers, pretty cool. But that's it. Yeah, we've gone the full gambit on this car on the channel. We've bought it, brought it home, unveiled it, did everything that I thought it needed to kind of get it where it's a really presentable driver. You could theoretically drive this car every day. It's gonna get you there, it's gonna get you home. It's got decent brakes, decent steering. It needs a lot of more cleanup, just a lot. But this is the Plum Crazy Purple full blast garage 1970 Challenger. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of it. I hope you guys like it. If you don't, tell me what color I should have painted it. I mean, Mango Tango is up there. Sublime was up there, Panther Pink. I wanted to do one of the wild Mopar colors. This thing would have never been white or black. I mean, you got to do one of those. If you're paying to get it painted, just close your eyes, throw a dart on the board, and let it hit one of those colors. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, enjoyed the car. I'm gonna put it back in the garage because this is too much sunlight for me for this. We need to hide it because the cows are gonna get to it for sure. Oh man, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you could, just take a moment to like, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with our channel, we super appreciate it. We're small, but anytime you interact with us, man, it gets us in front of more eyes, and I really appreciate that. So if you could, do that, and thank you. And until you see me again, just go out, do something that makes you happy, but make sure you're doing it on full blast. I'll see y'all later.